All right, take two.
Again.
We're back. Sorry, friends. Hopefully, we are good to go now, and you can see our smiling faces, and we are not glitching out. We will see if we're back for real. We'll wait for chat and people to start popping in. All right. While we wait for everybody to pop back in and continue our conversation,
mine it looks good.
Behold, mail day.
Oh,
Belle's beautiful. I was able to snag Belle. In I guess they raffled these off. Is technically you got to raffle. Enter the raffle for your chance to buy the mat. So that's why I say, like, I guess they raffled it off. But I'm really excited for it. It's really pretty. Belle is one of my favorites. Though I have to admit, I'm probably only going to play on this like once or twice, and then it's going to get traded in. My mother-in-law is quilting me a playmat.
Oh, I love that.
I found a playmat for, I think it was Magic the Gathering, that somebody quilted online. And when Cameron was home, he showed his mom, and she is going to quilt me a playmat. And she's amazing. And she's going to basically make each of like the play zones like on the mat in different fabrics, so that it essentially like you can see the different zones, but based on what like material is there. So it's like, I thought that was a really cool idea.
Oh, I love that. And then we can have Kirby embroider it. If she doesn't have an embroidery thing, you can embroider your name on it.
Yeah. Well, she's going to stitch it because she asked what to put for each zone, like what to call it. So she's going to stitch it too.
Oh, I love that.
I love that Kirby's like, oh my gosh.
My mother-in-law.
So I'm super, super excited. She was showing me fabric last night.
Work. Giving me ideas.
So whenever I get that, I will definitely show it off because I'm excited for it.
Not me gonna do it.
No. So when we swapped over streams, because our stream was glitching, and now we're back. We're good. We were talking about the Gantu challenge, and that the decks that saw success were those that kind of built into the Gantus versus just like tossing them in. We also chuckled while we were casting over the weekend how funny it was if somebody had no idea what this event was and just went onto Ink Decks and was like looking at events and pulled up these deck lists and were like, what is going on with these deck lists?
Why is there so much Gantu?
Yes. So I think that is very, very funny. So I'll pull up. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, what's Gantu is Gretchen Wieners and Fetch.
Yes.
Okay, I need you to send me the bulk playmat picture
so
I can show whatever it is so I can send it to my quilter.
Absolutely. So this was the first place deck list from the Gantu Gauntlet. I think they slotted in really well in this deck build, honestly. I think the cool way to think about this deck building is you basically needed to build a deck around the 4-drop Gantu because you could ink all of the other Gantus. So as long as the deck was that 4-drop Gantu was doing things, which honestly, pretty good Gantu in the first place. Like, I think this is the one Gantu that has actually seen real play. And for those at home who aren't familiar with Gantu, Naturally I shared this incorrectly. Well, hold on, let's see if I can. Oh no, it's still super small. Sadness. Well, this Gantu basically says when you play this character, characters cannot exert to sing songs until the start of your next turn, and each player pays 2 more to play actions or items. So, truthfully, in this meta, this Gantu it puts in work. Say that again, Bri.
I just said, Gantu.
And then this
Gantu being in there.
This deck basically plays into some alien synergy, and then your Amber Steel Song deck that you're seeing right now. A lot of the same play mechanics are coming into play here with the added.
Are these lists just running like most of them running like 74 cards?
No. I mean, looking here, we see, so like this list was, that list was a 76 card list.
I was like, that's a lot of cards.
Which is funny because I made the joke when we were on stream, because I didn't have deck lists, that I thought it would be funny if you literally took, hey, this is my 60 cards, let me throw in those Gantus. And that's exactly what that person did.
Yeah, I was like, that just looks like they just took Steel Song and was just sleeved up some Gantus and were like, all right, I'm good to go.
The Amethyst Steel list, though, that came in second place, they said 60 cards, no more.
Okay.
No more than 60.
Okay. I mean, if it was Infinity format and someone could play it, you could play a whole new world and then run just 76 cards with all the Gantus that can sing. I would love that. World.
That sounds up my alley.
Just wheel them into oblivion.
So yes, this was right as we cut the stream. Kirby here calling out that the TOs for the Gauntlet Challenge are great, and they are so invested in growing the event, and I think it's going to become a go-to Lorcana event. And I agree. I know I tossed the stream out to a lot of our friends in the local area, and they were all super excited and were like, wait, why didn't I know this was happening? And I agree. I wish I knew what was happening, because I absolutely would have gone to it. I think it's a super fun event. I also think events like that are really, pardon?
Where was this hosted at?
It was in Augusta, Georgia, which I chuckled. I'm going to make a comment that most of our audience is not going to understand. Augusta, Georgia is about to be really busy because that's where the Masters are played every year, which is a golf tournament. Which I'm not a huge golfer, but my family is a huge fan of golf, so I am aware of the Masters. My dad has a room in their house that is all Masters themed. So I was like, oh, that's funny. They're doing this right before everybody just leaves the city, because it's at a golf course in Augusta, which is like outside of kind of in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. So I think I connected to that for that reason. Most other people who don't know anything about golf are like, what the hell, cool, whatever. But I would love to go there so I could see Augusta National.
I've heard the food is great at the Masters. That's all I know of it. Is I've heard the food is really good.
The food is,
and as much as it costs, the food better be really good. But it's like celebrities go type of golf thing, right?
Yes and no. It is like a very famous event, so a lot of like celebrities go to it. But it's actually like they do a lottery system for tickets, and they're not like it's expensive, but it's not like outrageous when it comes to sporting events. Like the ticket is actually the most expensive part, because they haven't changed the prices of their food and drinks since like they started the event. So like a sandwich is literally $1.50.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of like cool articles online about that if anyone is interested. But we will shift back to Lorcana, and my aside will be just that. So that's where it was. Events like this, I think, are really cool for the community. I think obviously it's not core constructed, so in theory it's not like a competitive event, but it really is. Like they had great prizing. I think it was like a couple cases. They had play mats.
It's almost something a little bit more challenging because it's more restrictive with you having to play those Gantus. Like it definitely limits you to a point where it's like you're going to have to be able to play these cards that probably aren't what you want to play because it's not going to be the best card in that slot, but you have to play it. You have no
exactly. And that's the kind of thought process I have behind it. I think events like this that have like a set rule of you have to play these cards or you have to fit this theme for your deck really allow for competitive players to play in a different avenue and flex how good they are in not like these are the best cards.
Like,
and
I'm not just playing the best cards in the correct order.
Yes.
I'm winning because I'm playing because I'm me.
Yeah. And like you found something unique in these cards to play to them. So I think it's a really unique avenue for players to show their talent.
So much fun.
I also love, and we kind of talked about this on the stream for it, having like a Lorcana community bingo, like bucket list system. So like everybody that's seen like the Diet Coke Invitational, now they want to go to that from like across the country. I feel like this feels like another one of those events. I forget some of the other ones, like going to like a Charlie's Collectible, some of the East Coast, West Coast events, going to like Sharp Gaming. I'm naturally the ones that I have been to are the ones that are popping to my head first.
Really?
I think it's fun that we as a community have started to build these events because I think in like the community, like Magic, Star City events. What are some of the other ones that we like, large ones that are run? Oh man, we've lost Bri. It's just me. we love it's really a technical challenge of a night here.
I did nothing. I'm the only one here using any sort of internet, so I don't know why it keeps crashing. It might. I don't know if the storm might have something to do with it, because apparently it's supposed to rain, and I don't know if I don't go. I have not gone outside.
I was like, the weather was gorgeous.
I was told it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow, and
you
so
do live
I was
in the middle of nowhere, so that
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know. I don't watch the weather. Majority of the time in Texas, the weather's wrong anyways.
So looking back at my agenda, because I feel like my brain has been thrown off. We also had a CCQ this weekend along with a 1K. So for the 1K, we saw kind of surprised at the decks that took first and second place here, because definitely not what I feel like the meta has been recently. So we saw Amber Ruby Horseman style deck take first place, and then
was Trevor there?
Right? Seriously. And then a Ruby Sapphire deck take second place. It was like a shark controlled deck. So I was like, oh gosh. It was a 31 player event, so not huge, but definitely not inconsequential.
Yeah.
So I'm like concerned to see Ruby Sapphire, because we all know my hatred for Ruby Sapphire.
I mean, plus side, it's not Tamatoa Hiram, so maybe it's not as bad.
Sure.
Maybe. It doesn't compute with my brain still, but maybe it's not as bad.
And then for our CCQ, we saw Amethyst Steel win. So back to a little bit normal meta.
What we're used to seeing, the one of the expecteds
for the CCQ, and then Dogs in second place. So, pardon?
And said, and also expected.
Yeah, and for this event, this was 126 players. So definitely saw kind of the normal spread here. We saw sorry, looking at this breakdown. We don't have all the deck lists on Ink deck, so I can't give you a full meta breakdown for the event, but we see Dogs and Amethyst Steel taking it, and let's see.
I'm guessing like 30% Amethyst Steel in the field. That's just I have not actually looked at any of this. That's just my I'm just gonna throw a number out there. I'm gonna guess it's like 30%. That feels pretty accurate. There's no actual basis to this. It's just going off of vibes.
So the Amethyst Steel list went 9-0-1, which is a feat within itself at an event.
Good for you. Whoever piloted the deck, good for them.
It was a 61 card deck, which
nice.
I love it. I am notorious for not playing 60 card decks.
Benja's back, baby.
I like this build. I like seeing some of these kind of one-off answers. The Demona 4-drop is really great. This Pluto definitely once
Pluto
again,
and Benja, they really said no items,
which is great right now. Like that really helps in the Dogs matchup. If
like,
they're
you almost kind of have to.
The Chromacon, it really helps with a lot of what we're seeing in the meta. So I think this deck list is really, really good. I like seeing the Pocahontas, the 3-drop Genie. Interesting to not see any Dumbos in this list, but I do think we have a lot of draw power elsewhere, so not totally.
Yeah, I've seen if people seem to be running either Yzma or Dumbo, not both.
Yeah.
And kind of depending on which route you're going, if you're going to go with a less evasive heavy, you're going to go with Yzma.
Absolutely.
Unless you're me, who just wants to be greedy and runs like a split.
And then for our Dogs list, nothing crazy here. This is exactly what we expect. I think the biggest things we see shift around here in this list. So this was also 60 cards. I think we potentially see the Mowgli and Ursula move in count, as well as seeing Under the Sea count be a little higher, and then that Chromacon count be lower.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 is usually a max on Chromacons. I see people running 2.
Mm-hmm. So definitely this player saw also equally as well success. So they went. It's not on this page. It is on the last page. So they went 7-2-1. Definitely nothing to be sad about. Very good there. I think this came up on the Lorecast this week, but talking about CCQs and seeing, we're getting more CCQs because of the fact that we saw the DLCs migrate across the world versus only being in like Europe and North America. And we saw a lot of people in the comments for the Lorecast this week talking about how CCQs feel bad. They don't feel as good as DLCs because the only person who is getting a return on the event is that first place winner. Whereas when you're at a DLC, you have the ability to qualify a little bit of a larger pool. So I think I would hope that as we wrap this season up and start looking to next season, which technically we have the first CCQ announced for next season, which is going to be D23. I hope that we see some events getting 2 spots versus just 1, and maybe some like additional prizing for maybe those top 8, top 16 players versus only the top player getting that prizing and qualifying for Nats.
I will say also too, if that does happen, people also need to anticipate that the cost to go to those CCQs is going to start increasing. Because they're cheaper, and if there's going to be more stuff, they're going to naturally increase it, at least.
They're not cheaper.
They're not?
No. Charlie's Collectible, which was the CCQ, was $100. That was one of the reasons I didn't go to that event.
That feels gross. Okay, then they need to. That's a whole other thing they need to address.
Yeah, I think
people.
That's probably
that feels like highway robbery.
That's a whole other like conversation we could probably dive into.
$60.
Sharps is $60. That feels fair.
That's what I would expect. But I was like, if they expand it to be more like, because there's a smaller pool of people, so I understand the smaller prize pool because there's smaller amount of people that usually go to the CCQs versus a DLC, but that much money for it, like, that's insane. No. Mm-hmm. That's no. Absolutely not.
I also think for like the CCQs, if you have more prizing, you also see like more people show up. So yes, technically at a DLC, you have to beat 2,000 people to qualify for things, or however, like there's a much larger pool of opponents, but if you have better prizing, you also have more reason to get there. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I have no idea what this is because it's on our stream here, but hi Liam. How are you?
Hi Liam. Unless it's Aaron. Is it Aaron on Liam's account? That would be even better.
I know.
We love Aaron. We love Liam. We also love
Aaron. So we talked about the tournaments from this weekend. We talked about the Hiram ban. We both passed the lore guide exam last week that got announced on the Lorecast.
I got a 90.
I got an 80. I still want to know what my 2 I got wrong.
That's my only complaint is I want to know what I got wrong so I can get it correct. And I guarantee I actually know which one I probably got wrong because I was doing the test while I was watching Deckard, and the longest question was the one that I kept like having to go back and forth with, and I guarantee that's the one that I got wrong.
It's both. I love it.
Love it. I got a 90. My husband that judges quite often, as I've pointed out on here, got 100, and I was mad.
Well, good. That's what we want to see.
I mean, we want him to get 100 for the sake of, because he always judges things. Me being competitive and being his wife wanted him to get a lower score than me so I can brag and be like, oh, really, you're the judge? But actually, he just proved why he is the judge. But it's fine. I'm not salty about it.
No, it's okay. Which, speaking of, if you haven't, like, go out and try to take it.
I want to do it again because I want to get 100. I'm a perfectionist. And you can't. I've logged in. I've tried. You can't do it again.
I'm trying to pull up on PlayHub to So you log in to your account. You go
to account management,
which I will share my screen momentarily to show everybody. I understand Windows.
I was like, it was super easy to find, and it didn't take very long. I was like, ugh.
You go to profile and settings, account management. You can see all my things now. And then here is where you see the Lord Guide exam. And right now, I just have the active Lore Guide authorization because I passed it.
Lena. Hi, sweet baby.
Hello, friend.
Sweet baby.
And
she
then
record to magnets and sticker books, and now that is our life.
And actually, since I have PlayHub open, I would like to call out, fun reminder, if you are looking for a set champs to go to this weekend, you can literally click this nice little drivable set championships. It wants to know my location because I'm on my laptop doing that. So it might be a little wonky right now, but it pulls up all of the set champs that are within a drivable distance. So really fun feature. I really like this. In case you're wondering,
it's already set champs. I feel like I blinked. I feel like we just had set champs.
PlayHub thinks anything up to 100 miles is drivable.
I mean, you'll still be in the state, but
yeah.
No.
I think I would make my drivable distance a little bit smaller than that.
Just a little bit.
But I am very excited to play some Lorcana this weekend. I know for sure I'm going to play at least one event this weekend. Maybe two if I can squeeze them in. What are you thinking? Are you going to be able to play this weekend or?
So my April calendar is packed full every weekend, thanks to the co-writer of our calendar who filled up our calendar every weekend until mid-May.
Well.
So this weekend we have to go to we are going to WeebCon. So it's like a anime convention. But the voice actor for Freerun, which is one of our favorite animes, is flying in from Japan and going to be there. So we're going to go get some stuff signed and get some stuff. And then the weekend after that, I could probably play if I can find someone to watch Deckard, because Joey's going to be in Colorado that weekend. And I will be here with Deckard. And then the weekend after that, we're also busy. The weekend after that, we're going to be in Atlanta. I'm like, the weekend after that, we're gone. And the weekend after that, we're gone. So I'm like, I feel like the weekend that he's in Colorado is like the only weekend that I might can have a sitter where I can go play.
And that's the weekend. So this weekend I can play. Next weekend, I'm really sad because I won't be able to play next weekend because my life is really hard and I'm going to be in Disney World. I'm
so sad for you. I was actually invited, but I can't go. So,
so
you're all gonna have fun without me.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm so sad.
We should have. I said that Joey should have let you come with us.
It's true, and then we remember that I'm not cleared by my doctor still.
Yes, that too. So then we told you have to rest, which is accurate.
Yeah, went from, okay, I made it to my appointment, I'm going to be cleared today, to, no, you still have another 3 weeks.
Yeah, because you got to chill. And relaxing is good for you.
I overdid it and didn't listen to the doctor enough. It didn't rest enough for healing.
Your microphone?
No.
Oh, it sounds like your microphone's popping on my end.
Deckard dropped it. He might have. He was talking to Aunt Cece on it.
Oh.
It wasn't plugged in, but he was on his mouth and talking to Aunt Cece. There's yogurt. That's like stuck in it.
Oh, fun! That's that right here. Living with a toddler 101.
Yeah, it might just be the microphone might be dying.
So we have set champs coming up. We have lots of CC
ready.
news coming up next month. We have Canada next weekend. We have Vegas in a couple weeks. We have another
Vegas, and then Nexus Waco is also coming up.
Oh yeah, they're doing an event for the release. Yep. And then we have a Charlie's Collectible in early May.
Yeah, when is Vegas for Lorcana again?
The 25th and 26th of April.
It's like 2 weeks after MagicCon. Okay. I was like, I thought it was like the same weekend. I was like, oh gosh, that would be a terrible idea. Who would do that? All the nerds descend upon Vegas on the same weekend?
No, that sounds like it would probably overlap. So lots of fun events coming up. Busy few months. I feel like jam-packed. I feel like there's Lorcana events every month. So we will have lots to talk about over the next few months for sure. And hey, Bri, did you realize that we've been doing this for almost a year?
I got the notification for by the way, this is coming up in 2 weeks earlier today, like an hour before we went live. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah. So
a whole year almost?
On April 15th, that will be our anniversary episode for Enchanted Chatter, being a whole year old.
This time a year ago, I was living in your guest room.
You were. So I'm super excited. We'll probably have some guests on the show. We'll probably do maybe a giveaway. I gotta look through.
I have things we can give away.
Oh, I love that. We should definitely.
I have things we can do.
Look at that. So stay tuned. Share the channel. We also potentially are getting a little bit of a facelift over the next few months. We've been in chats with a Lorcana artist, and they may be helping us with a new logo and maybe some other stuff. So we're both very excited for that. We joked. I'm very upfront. We definitely used some AI to help us make our logo initially, because we weren't sure if this was something that was going to stick around.
We wanted to make sure we were going to actually commit to the time of it before we invested too much.
Yeah. So now I would say a year is a good proof that we're here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standpoint of, okay, we have actually done this. We have survived a whole year. Me, literally, and the channel. And even through all the chaos of the past year, we have made it work. And I feel like if we can make it work for a whole year, with this past year being the year that we've had, we're golden.
Yeah, I agree too. It's definitely been a crazy year. So I am excited and looking forward to the next year. And we are just about at an hour, even though this stream was split in two because the internet didn't like us. But I can't wait to see what we get from the Lorecast tomorrow. Hopefully, we're almost due for spoilers to start.
I know. I mean, I wish they could, throw one this way.
If they want to.
If you want to just, throw one or two.
Just saying.
There's two of us. We could do 2 cards.
Just saying. We'll take whatever you want.
Yeah, we're crafty. Mm-hmm. We can be fun.
So that's what my hope for the Lorecast tomorrow is. And also, if you're trying to get D23 tickets, those go on sale tomorrow. If you haven't created a D23 account, make sure you do that beforehand. Also, if you want to pay to have an account so that you can get tickets a little bit earlier, highly recommend it because you also get a promo card.
Woohoo!
So I think that's everything. We went through our list. So we will see everyone next week.
Bye, guys.